How to find your purpose as a young man. Let's go. So, why should you listen to this video? Maybe you think, I don't need to find my purpose. I'll just try lots of things and see what I like the most. Maybe you think, purpose is for losers. I just want to do X because it's awesome. For example, drop shipping. Everybody wants to be a drop shipper, even in 2024. Maybe you think, I can do this alone. What can you tell me that I need to hear? And these people often find out the hard way. So stay until the end of the video. What do I have to say about purpose? First of all, my name is Vincent. I'm a student in Germany. I'm 24 years old. I quit my business program in uni to study music, which I now love very much. And why did I decide to go back into business and now make money as a copywriter online? And I just want to preface this video by saying your purpose can change. And I don't want you to be worried if suddenly you're interested in something different, because you change as a person and your circumstances change and you discover new things about yourself. So what you think may be your purpose right now can change in a span of months or years. All right, so what am I going to tell you? I have nothing to sell to you, so don't be worried. There will not be a sales pitch for a paid community or an online course. It's just educational and inspirational, unedited content. And by the way, guys, if you're not taking notes already, then get a notepad. You can do notes on your phone, but generally, actually writing boosts information retention as well. So if you really want to apply this information to your life, take some notes. And congratulations, by the way, for choosing this video over some hyper edited dopamine TikTok or reel. Great to have you here. Chapter 1, how purpose used to work. Till about 30 years ago, that was when your parents maybe grew up, your purpose in life was pretty clear. You would get a degree, you would get a job, you would start a family, right? The traditional path. You would buy a house, you would have kids at 25. All of these are now way harder. Why was this the case? So there was economic stability and employment security. Lifelong employment was more accessible, and it allowed young men to focus on traditional milestones such as family and home ownership. Also, the cultural and societal expectations were different. There was very much a greater emphasis on conforming to established roles and responsibilities rather than individual self-fulfillment. So to summarize this, it was very easy just to not focus on your purpose, right? There was no need to go and try something new, which may be risky. So looking for purpose was just not socially acceptable. If you would tell your family, I want to quit studying because I'm launching my own business, they would look at you as if you're crazy. And that's where we're getting to today. So what changed? Chapter 2, economic uncertainty versus stability. While previous generations often had these secure job prospects and clear career paths, today's young men encounter economic uncertainty and rapid technological changes. So, just to name two, for example, the global financial crisis in 2007, 2008 was like a first big shock. And now we have AI, of course, and people get scared. Is my job still going to be there in 5 years, or am I going to be unemployed? And this makes it so much harder to pursue long-term goals, and it forces young men to constantly adapt and just adds a lot of stress. So we also have the individual fulfillment now versus the traditional societal roles. So in the past, expectations from your family, from your peers, provided a clear structure for young men focusing on family and job stability. Today, the emphasis on individual fulfillment and self-discovery can lead to confusion and pressure to achieve unique personal success. So it's completely flipped from you have to have a safe job at a good company, Now it's about, you have to find out who you are. You have to find something that you enjoy doing, right? And if you don't find this, if you think, I have no idea what I'm supposed to do currently, then it's just adding more pressure and makes it almost impossible to kind of find your purpose, right? And the shift means you must define your own path, and there's just endless choices, often without any clear guidance and support that these traditional roles once provided. So here's 3 questions to ask. What values and principles are most important to me, and how can I incorporate them into my daily life? By the way, you can just, kind of meditate, just think about them silently, stare at your wall. You can also do like journaling. Use these as journaling prompts. Question number 2, how can my unique skills and strengths contribute to something larger than myself? So this is an important point, because if you positively affect people, then that's something great to do. Especially in your community, you have the people thanking you. You see the happy faces because of the things you did, and that gives many people a sense of purpose. And question number 3, this is from Hamza, and I love this question. If I knew I was going to fail, what would I still be doing anyways? So if success was just not an option, if I would upload songs to YouTube, I love writing songs, and I know that most people won't see these songs, they won't go viral or anything. I would still do that because I just love writing music and sharing it. So just as a quick explanation, so for the first questions, it's about core values. It's about your beliefs. You reflect on how you can live in alignment with these values through your actions, decisions, and interactions with others. So you figure out, how do you want people to perceive you? And then you put these values into your actions. For the second questions, about your individual skills, right? You identify those talents, those abilities, the natural abilities you have, and you think about how they can be used to make a positive impact on your community or the world. And first of all, oftentimes, if you have a like smaller regional effect on your community instead of a global effect, it can give you a greater sense of purpose, actually, because you have this direct feedback. It's much um, it's much like more direct feedback to have someone looking at you, smiling, telling you, man, you helped me so much with that, thank you so much, uh, instead of seeing some comment on YouTube, which could be anyone. And to find these natural talents, go back to your childhood, right? Often as a child, these things just come out naturally, and then they get covered with different layers of school telling you to do things, your parents telling you to do things, your friends telling you to do the things, and it all just gets covered up, and those natural talents just get buried deep down somewhere. So maybe if you think back, what did you like to do as a kid? That's often how you can find one of those things you're naturally good at. And for the last questions, you figure out what task or what job is so enjoyable that you would be doing it even though you would fail. And just really take your time with these questions. It's just, of course, a starting point. And as I said in the beginning, these can change. So you can do this, I don't know, every month. Maybe you find new values that you want to incorporate in your actions. Maybe you discover a new talent that you didn't know you had and which you now want to use to achieve your purpose. Or maybe you just do one thing and it felt so enjoyable that you want to do more of it. How to stay on the right track. For additional valuable insights and protocols for a more successful life, you can subscribe to my newsletter. The link is down in the description and it costs you absolutely zero. You can join a community of like-minded guys. Right? This is one of the best things you can do. You can push each other, you can motivate each other, you can keep each other accountable. One thing you can do is comment down below on this video, and keep each other accountable. Very simple. And for the end, I just want you to remember you have to constantly adjust your path. It's like when they went for the first moon landing, that was an optimal path, and the rocket was like for 95% it was off the path, but they constantly readjusted. It's about making micro adjustments, always remembering where you actually want to go. Going back on the path, you may go left and right, but you keep readjusting. And this is the most important thing. You will find out new things, you will incorporate them, but you have a very clear path in front of you, and you have to always remind yourself of where you're going, of why you're going there, and where you want to end up. So I just want to say, keep going, guys. You're on the right track.